anything but a run-of-the-mill early season matchup, a clash of top 10 teams as these two will get their oil checked early. It's the Ohio State Buckeyes and the Miami Hurricanes. Reese Davis, David Pollack, Jesse Palmer here in the booth. Holly Rowe is down on the sidelines, and we check in with her right now.
Guys, this is one of the biggest matchups we can think of so far. Miami versus Ohio State, two of the most iconic programs in college football. Ohio State reeling after their early exit in the college football playoff last year. Miami coming off that national championship performance. Who will showcase what they can be in 2026? We'll keep you posted as the game goes on. Back to you.
Thank you, Holly. Really looking forward to this matchup. And the Canes headed toward the ball, and we are ready for action. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. Here's Julian Sayin to throw. Complete. There he goes. At the 30. He's at the 10. Into the house. Touchdown, Ohio State.
What a way to start this game offensively. You find the matchup you like, you put it in his hands, and he does the rest. The defense looks like they were sleepwalking out there to start this game. One play, they go the distance to score a touchdown. This defense better wake up.
Fielded in the end zone, it's Lyle. Tackled and brought down at the 16-yard line after the return. Tight end in motion, see how the D reacts. Able to pick up a couple before he's dragged down at the 19.
That's a really nice play. It's impressive. When it's first down and the defense thinks you might be running the football, you still can line up. You can get some movement at the point of attack and find a little crease for your running back.
The give to the back. And he's dragged down.
Well, you see the defense make a big play there in the RPO, and they're doing it because they're starting to load the box. If you're the play caller offensively, you might want to think about having your quarterback keep the ball and then try to throw it downfield.
Darian Mensah from the gun on third down. Got his man. They'll move those chains, getting it out to the 29-yard line and trying to get this drive rolling.
When you're a playmaker like this guy is, your coaches are going to dial up plays intended for you, especially on third down. That's what you saw in that last play. There was no question where the quarterback was going with that football. All week long, they decided on the biggest downs of this game, we're going to target our best player, and we're going to make sure that he gets looks. It doesn't matter what the coverage is, and you saw it right there on that play.
Lost one on that last one. It's 2nd and 11. The play action fake. That's caught. It's Fletcher. Smashes through the tackle. He's going to be out of bounds, but not before he gets it to midfield.
Well, you're trailing into games. Someone's got to make a play. There's an accurate throw by the quarterback, and when you throw it accurately like that, you give your receiver an opportunity to advance the ball. Good, strong running. He's able to break a tackle, and that's an explosive play they need now as they're trying to tie this game up.
One thing you can figure out from these tests early in the season, particularly a top 5 matchup like this, is where you are and just how far you have to go.
Yeah, and which is a talking point amongst your team. It's a prove-it game. Like, let's see where we stack up so we can start building throughout the rest of the season.
You're right, David. It's fun to find out this early in the year between two top 5 teams. Just who are these guys? What do they do well? What do they not do well? How mentally and physically tough are they? Because that's going to answer a lot of questions as the season goes on.
It's just so nice to have a QB under center. Nowadays in football, you can trust these guys. You put so much on their plate, and you tell them, go get positive yards when it's there. And a lot of these guys are such great athletes, they do it with ease.
Darian Mensah from the gun on third down. Got a man. Still running at the 35. They'll ride him out of bounds after the good pickup spotted at the 25-yard line.
And the defensive coordinator is irate on the sideline. 3rd and long, it's a short throw. You've got to be able to rally, make a tackle, and force the punter onto the field. They let him get loose, break some tackles, and with the first, the offense stays on the field.
Working well behind the sticks on 2nd down. They'll run the counter. Brought down after picking up 3 down to the 22. Let's see what they've dialed up on 3rd and long from the 22. Running inside, it's Fletcher. Back to the line of scrimmage, and that is it. It'll be 4th down. The Canes will try to move the chains on 4th down. He'll try to throw and pick up the 1st down. Fires to the wideout. Oh, he dropped it. Just didn't look it all the way in, and they'll turn it over on downs. They spun that wheel of fortune on 4th down and come up bankrupt. Okay, here comes the Ohio State offense onto the field. Already a solid start to this one. Now back to work with this 7-0 lead. They stop him just a link or two short of the first, and man, what they can do on 2nd down here.
Really good surge that time by the offensive line. You saw all those bodies by the defense being pushed backwards. That opened up the crease for the ball carrier. He's able to get a really nice gain there, setting up 2nd and inches.
And on 2nd and short, no tight formation here. 3 receivers left. They'll keep it on the ground. There's a crease. The 30, the 20. The 10. Slippery slide. Find his way and ran away from the crowd into the end zone. Touchdown, Buckeyes. You're not going to keep the lid on this guy forever. Sooner or later, he's going to get loose.
He is. He's a bad mother. Shut your mouth. I mean, this dude can make plays. That's why you keep feeding to him, because at some point, he's going to break it loose and make a huge play.
He'll take the return and try to improve the field position. The coverage team maintains his discipline, not much doing on that return. This drive will open from the 15. The run inside. It's Fletcher. That is a big win for this defense, as they were right there as soon as he got the ball.
Love the job by the defense here with their eye discipline. That's an RPO. It can be tricky to locate the football, but they found the running back quickly. Those linebackers and DBs really came screaming down to the line of scrimmage to make that stop.
Hey, quarterbacks got to understand, I know you got your favorites, and you're going to look out there and you're, that guy's really good. I'm going to find ways to get him, but I got to take what the defense gives me, and double coverage is probably not the avenue that I want to go attack consistently.
This defense has kept them backed up. Now one more stop, and they can get off the field on 3rd and long. Buying some time as he moves left. Fires on the move. Complete to the left. Doesn't quite make it to the 1st down marker. He's a yard short.
That's pretty good zone defense, man. Zone defense means I got eyes on the quarterback, and when somebody comes into my zone, then I'm communicating with the other guy, and they pass it off and do a good job seeing the crosser go.
Ball is loose. Everybody needs a little luck, and the offense just got it by falling on that fumble. This is probably one of those plays where you wish you had a do-over button so you could just punt that thing away. And it looks as if they've buzzed down. Replay wants to have another peek at that last play. So after reviewing the undisputable video evidence, the replay booth has decided to overturn the call. The Buckeyes roll that offense back out there. They put 2 touchdowns on the board in the early going, and now right back to work. Play fake, say it. Quarterback moving out of the pocket. Makes the grab. And he goes out of bounds after a nice pickup on that one.
You know, if you're going to complete some of these deep crossing patterns, the offensive line has got to be able to hold up because you know that receiver, it's going to take him time to get where he needs to be. So everybody up front really has to do a nice job of creating a clean pocket for the QB to throw from. Really good execution.
The tackle is made, but he's got it first and goal from the 6.
That's a good job by the drag route there, understanding its zone coverage. So instead of continuing to run across the field, he settles down into an open spot, making it easy for his quarterback.
Here's Sayin to throw. He wants it all. Touchdown, Buckeye! Quick strike through the air for the score.
This team has shown early this year it does not take them long to find their footing. They get off to fast starts. That was critical for them winning their first game, and you've seen it here in this one too. They show up ready to go. There's no sleepwalking. I think you got to give this coaching staff a ton of credit for putting their players in good positions to have success.
And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. They're lining up in the Wildcat. Let's see what they have dialed up for this one. On the direct snap, it's Fletcher. Turning it on. Once he got some room, it was over.
And that's 3 touchdowns in 2 games. Just continuing to find the end zone, continuing to make plays. This guy is on pace for a great season. He's put the college football world on notice.
PAT unit on the field. And after the extra point, they're now down 21-7. That kind of drive will boost your confidence. One play, hit the big pass, put a touchdown on the board. And he'll bring it back. He's out of bounds at the 28-yard line, and that's where this offense will take over. They'll christen this drive from the 28-yard line. Throw it, say it. Taken in by Smith on the right side. Still on his feet at the 45. He's across the 50 and out of bounds at the 49, and a great pickup on that one.
And that's why, as a former quarterback, man, I love these drag routes, because if you get the right coverage and it's man-to-man and someone gets picked or can't keep up with your receiver, you just put it out nicely in front of them. They're going to make the catch, and they're going to take it a long way. Really great execution. Nice job by the receiver creating separation, and beautiful throw out in front of the target.
They largely dominated the first quarter and built a nice lead to get started. So second down here as we're back at it after the break. They feed him again. They'll finally get him on the ground, but not before he makes it to the 30 and gets a first down.
That's a really nice run right there. And one of the things I love about him, he runs with such physicality and with the toughness. Do you think Woody Hayes, the great Ohio State coach, would have loved to have this guy in his backfield? His running style just marries so well with that. When you think about Ohio State and their tradition at running back, right? With all the athletes they've had throughout the decades, this guy was meant to play in the shoe.
Yeah, and I love taking deep shots. I think it makes quarterbacks play honest, safeties play honest, and you can tell just missed a little bit deep on that shot. But listen, those are shots that we want to take because the risk is definitely worth the reward.
Backed up now, here's 2nd and long. Seeing on the play action. Throws toward the end zone. It's picked off, and they ruin the drive with a turnover. Taking it the other way. Returns it inside the 30 to the 29, and after the interception, they'll try to cash it in with a score.
And you wonder if that interception is going to bring this guy back down to reality a little bit. He was lights out early in this game. Everything he was throwing was right on the money, and that might have been a decision where he got a little bit greedy, and David, the defense made him pay.
And this defense has seen it time and time. They've been throwing the football, having success. Nice job adjusting, breaking on the football, making a play. They needed to break serve. They needed something to happen to go their way to kind of mess this guy's rhythm up. That might be the start of it.
Can't get him to the ground. They finally make the stop, but the defense out of sorts against that Wildcat, and they give up a big play. Just moving those chains the way Frank Gore did back in the day.
Frank Gore, Willis McGahee, Edgerrin James, so many elite backs in Miami history. Finding that guy that you can give the ball to that's reliable, important part of the Canes tradition.
The defense wins that one, and the offensive line was challenged by their coaching staff coming into this game to try and get push up front and establish the line of scrimmage. They're going to have to do a better job running than that if they're going to win this one.
Back has it. He'll pitch it. They found a little running room out of the Wildcats, still short of the first down marker. They'll turn to the Wildcat to keep this drive alive. On the direct snap, it's Fletcher. Taken down just short of the sticks, but the offense still within scoring range on 4th down.
And this defense has got to be jacked up, man. They finally forced the 4th down, right? They've gotten a couple of first downs, got some things going, but I think it's decision time for this offense. And this D's got to do it one more time, right? They've got to get another play, a big 4th down stop here to get some of that momentum and get the football back.
Makes the grab, got the conversion, and still going. He'll go out of bounds at the 21-yard line.
Well, this quarterback has a ton of confidence in his wide receivers to win one-on-one. And you're not going to get a bigger opportunity to prove that than on that 4th down. That was a throw vertically down the field. Not an easy one to complete. He just knew where his guy was going to be and when. Stuck it right on him, and they keep the drive alive.
His drive facing a little adversity on 2nd and 11. Good timing on the quick out. They make the stop, trying to pick up just a little bit at a time to get to that first down marker.
Now, you've seen the evolution of these slot receivers. They're just matchup nightmares. They're hard to get your hand on. A lot of times, they're off the football. You can't jam them. These guys are so productive, and offenses really feature their best players most time in those slot positions.
Looking to convert, they'll go to the Wildcat. Direct snap. It's Fletcher. They might go back to that one in a big spot as they pick up the first down out of the Wildcat. We thought we'd see a little Wildcat formation in this spot, and here it is. Rides to back and leaves it. Tough to run it this deep in the red zone, and he found nothing at all that time.
That back had absolutely nowhere to run the football. Actually, is he counting? I think he's counting to make sure there's only 11 guys on defense.
Operating in the red zone here on 2nd down. Trying to move them on the counter. Fighting off the defender. Touchdown, Miami! And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house.
And that's a nice drive, a nice physicality, punching it in with the run game. And here's the thing. I like where this offense is going. Nice job creating some momentum, going into the half, cutting down the lead. This thing could get really exciting. Nice job answering the bell right before the half.
And with the extra point, they're down a touchdown, 21-14. They took it 71 yards down the field, and the capper on that drive, the 10-yard touchdown run. Fielded in the end zone. It's Parker. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. Plenty of time to work, not any time to waste as they take over here in the final 2 minutes of the half. Oh, he's got some space. And he gets it to the 44-yard line. It'll be a first down.
They get a huge gain on that toss play, and this running back, when he's got the ball in space, watch out. You see when he's out in the perimeter of the field, he's able to pick his spots. He can make people miss. He's got a bevy of moves. Way to generate the explosive play.
This time they stop him behind the line of scrimmage, and boy, that has been rare in this one.
Well, this guy's been an animal all game long. He's had tons of success running the football. The defense had to do something to stop him. Give the D-line and that front seven tons of credit for being really physical there, getting the TFL.
After losing a couple on that last play, here's 2nd and 12. Say it. Finds his man. It's Jackson. He was able to reach into his bag of tricks and use it to pick up a few extra yards. The Buckeyes racing to the line in the hurry-up. Play fake, Julian Sayed. Steps away. Lets it fly. He's got an open man. He is in! Touchdown, Ohio State!
This coaching staff was trying to identify playmakers on offense early this year. How about the start of the season this guy has had? Scored in their first game. He scored early in this one. Defenses up to this point don't have any answers for this guy.
And the extra point is good for a 28-14 lead. Quick work on that scoring drive, just 4 plays. And the capper coming on that 48-yard touchdown dart. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. So they come to the line, and the Wildcat going to give him a different look. On the direct snap, it's Fletcher. Stopped right at the line of scrimmage, and we'll see if they're content to run out the clock here in the first half. So Miami signals for a timeout. They'll have 2 left to work with before the half. Lining up in the Wildcat. Let's see what they've got. Snap to the back. They didn't even let that one get started as they stuff things up in the middle, and the clock winds down here late in the second quarter.
And a lot of times the fit up front, you know, linebackers are fitting holes, and that ball bounces, and it's supposed to go somewhere. And sometimes it goes to a DB, and the offense will get a W. Like, they'll get a win because you'll break a tackle. How about the tackle by that young fella? I know he likes to cover, but I love the way he comes up and makes the tackle.
You know, it's funny. That's probably the most discombobulated the offense has looked so far in this game, right? After watching that incompletion there on 3rd down, they were just up and down the field earlier. Tremendous rhythm, tremendous balance. Everything their play caller was dialing up was working, lighting up the scoreboard. And then all of a sudden on this last drive, just not able to piece it together. They've got to be able to turn the page and get back to how they looked earlier in the game.
Inside 30 seconds to play in the half. We'll see how aggressive they are on this drive. Sayed finds his big tight end. And he broke 1 tackle on the way to a solid pickup there. We've got a timeout in the waning seconds of the half. Maybe a chance to get off a couple more plays. Looking to throw, it's Sayin. It's complete. They'll use a timeout right before halftime. Maybe time for 1 or 2 more plays. One more play before the teams head to the locker rooms. They'll go play action with Sayin. Fires to the right. It's caught downfield. They get the timeout called here, and probably just enough time for one more snap to put up points before the half. And in the waning seconds of the first half, they'll try to put up 3 before going to the break. As we close in on halftime, a timeout is taken here. And with just a few seconds remaining here in the first half, they'll try to kick a field goal. And this will be a bit of a challenge, a 46-yard attempt from the right hash. And he missed it. No good. Missed the field goal, missed the chance to make it a 3-possession game, but still a 14-point lead, guys. That's the end of the second quarter. That means it's time to join Kevin and our halftime update. And the Buckeyes will kick it off to start the second half. He'll bring it out. It's Compton. He stopped short of the 20 at the 19 and probably wishes he'd just taken the touchback. Here comes the Hurricane offense looking to gather a little more strength. Trailing by a couple of scores, they'd like to generate some confidence here early in the third quarter.
Down 2 possessions, the coaching staff met in at halftime, and they've probably scripted this opening drive. Just like they do at the start of the game, they've now got an idea of what plays they feel most confident in, what plays their quarterback is seeing the best to go out here and execute a scoring drive.
Well, and it's nice to get the ball first. Like, I got the first opportunity to close the gap a little bit, apply some great game pressure to these guys. So I think getting the ball first, driving...
Intercepted, and that's not how you want to start a half. Looking for more room. Touchdown, Buckeyes! And what a turn of events as this defense gets the pick 6. What a play by this defense with the pick 6.
And how about the defender? Exactly what you're supposed to do. Breaks on the football, makes the interception. Everybody on defense, we turn to offense. Go lay some blocks so my guy can get it and take it back to the house.
And he made that extra point, the wet turf, no problem at all. He'll take the return, try to get better field position. Couldn't find a way to create that broken field as he stopped at the 25. We thought we'd see a little wildcat formation in this spot, and here it is. On the snap, it's Fletcher. Nowhere to go on that one. It'll bring up 2nd and 10.
Well, it's a negative play trying to run the football, and I think if you're on offense, you got to be thinking about throwing it now. You're trailing by a lot. You got to get back in this game. You need tempo, and you need explosive plays through the air.
He's brought down immediately and barely got it back to the line of scrimmage.
And coming out in the second half, this offense, they needed to establish this run game. They needed to get something going. They're losing. They've got to find a way to get a flow, to get a rhythm. And so far here to start this second half, defense picking up where it left off.
He's got him. Tackle is made at the 25-yard line, and that'll bring up a 4th down.
And that's really good tackling by this defense, man. 3rd down, understanding the sticks. And what you got to do is break on the football. That drag route comes open. He sees him. He throws it. Man, it does not stay open long because they break on the football with great tackling and force the 4th down.
So here comes the Buckeye offense onto the field. They had this thing in a hammerlock at halftime, and now they are really ratcheting up the pressure, David.
And I tell you what, this offense doesn't have to change.
Breaks into the open. Out to the 36-yard line after gaining 10 on that one.
Well, a big reason why they're up on the scoreboard is because of how successful this guy's been running the football. And in this position, at this time in the game, with the lead, you want to keep doing that. You want to ice the game. This guy's getting better as the game goes on, so keep handing him the football.
Here's Julian Sayin to throw. Incomplete. He had to get rid of it before he wanted to. The defense put the heat on.
And sometimes you see great shooters and they get on fire and they just can't miss. And that's what this QB looks like the last couple of weeks, man. Just completion percentage through the roof, running the offense at an elite level. You can tell in complete control of this offense.
Looking downfield, it's Sayin. This time it's complete. They were able to get him stopped just shy of the first down marker. The Buckeyes are in the hurry up. They'll stick to the ground looking for the marker. They bring him down, but not before he's able to pick up the first down.
And that's got to be so frustrating for this defense, man. He's already over 100 yards. Like, they're going to continue to feature him, especially on third down. And so far, this defense, they can't find the answer. They can't get him to the ground. They've got to find something to slow this dude down.
Fires quickly. And he's down after the short completion. He did not make it to the first down marker. The Buckeyes can really attack on this second and short. Here's a heat. Fires it incomplete.
And as an offense, you've got such a special talent playing QB. You've got to do a better job protecting him. If you can let this guy set his feet, he can light this defense up.
You have to wonder, after missing a field goal on the last drive, how are they going to play this third down? Julian with the play fake. Working the big fella downfield and outside. Really nice job to convert that third down, and they've got it at the 33.
And it's on third downs like this. If you want to attack the middle of the field, you got to look for the tight end. Really nice route. Great job looking that football in. You can tell this quarterback really has a lot of confidence when he's in the pocket looking for the big fella, and they're able to hook up there.
They stop him just short of the first down, but it will be second and inches coming up. And the Buckeyes come to the line. This situation, you might see a shot play. Here's Sayin to throw. Time running out, and he goes down at the 34.
And that's crazy. 1 second you're the offense, and you're thinking second and inches, we're taking a shot, we're in a great spot. And then you give up a sack, and now all of a sudden, you're in third and long, and you're thinking, uh-oh, we got to convert this, or we're giving the ball right back to our opponent.
Finds his tight end. They'll make the stop about a yard short of the first down. The Buckeyes looking to convert on fourth down. Sayin to throw for it on fourth. Makes a grab past the marker. Got some room, headed to the goal line. Touchdown, Buckeye! And they take it in for 6 more points.
And after that amazing performance in week 1, this offense wasn't content. They felt like they left some plays out on the field, even though they were able to get that win. I feel like they've taken another step. They've raised their intensity level. They've raised their execution. This team is going to be a contender this year. You can just feel it.
And the extra point was good. 75 yards on the touchdown drive. And here's the return. Tackled and brought down right at the 20-yard line. Good coverage there. A lot of field in front of them as they open this possession from their own 20. Mensah. Stepping to the right. Got out of trouble, got rid of it. Pulls it in. It's Mueller. First catch of the season as this freshman tight end wastes no time getting involved.
I know the offense is down by a lot here in the second half. You just need one big play, though, to spark the offense, get the confidence going, and they may have found it right there in that completion. Good throw, good catch. Now we got to keep it going.
They gave themselves room to operate with that first play. Now first down from the 37. He'll pull it down. They make the stop, but what a job on the scramble to get loose and pick up that first down.
I just love this guy's instincts, right? When things aren't open right away, he never panics. He just understands the situation where he is on the field, and he's so confident in his own natural ability that he has the ability to run, go get the first down, keep this drive rolling.
You want to make play calling easy for an offensive coordinator? Run the ball like that every play. I mean, when you can run that on first down and set up a short yardage on second down, it makes play calling easy. Every single call on that sheet is available here on second down.
Nothing doing downfield. He'll cut his losses and throw it away. It'll be third down. Trying to pick up a first down. Darian Mensah from the gun on third down. Intercepted. Big play stops the drive. Trying to take it back. And he is brought down, but what a way to finish this quarter with the pick. Well, guys, Ohio State has the lead here. And it hasn't been much of a contest as we take a look at the overwhelming game stats through 3. As we enter the fourth quarter, let's see if anything memorable can come from this one. They'll go back to work with a first down in the final period. Keeping it on the ground inside. It's Jackson. Pulled down after a nice run, and they're in the red zone at the 19.
And here's the mindset if you're on offense. Fourth quarter, you've got a huge lead. Obviously, you're going to run the football, but just be aware of the clock. You don't want to snap it too quickly. You're probably just doing safe runs inside the tackles like you saw right there. You just got to execute. You got to be aware, but you've got this game in hand so long as you don't turn it over.
And that's your goal. Separate man from ball. Try to get your shoulder in there on the catch point and really give him something to think about. Physically jar that football and knock it out. Nice job by the defender.
The Buckeyes are at the line trying to move the sticks on third and short. Sayin from the gun on third down. Gliding to the right, still trying to make a play. The throw. Another incompletion on third down.
Got to give the defense credit on that play, taking everything away, forcing the incompletion. Now it's decision time. Fourth and short, and you're in field goal range. What do you do here?
They already have a comfortable lead, up by multiple possessions, but they're going to go for it here on fourth down. Here's the pressure. The incomplete pass ends a frustrating series, and they turn it over on downs.
You know, there are a lot of people watching this game that are thinking to themselves, where's the sportsmanship? You're blowing this team out. Why are you going for it on fourth? Why not just punt, give it back, and just leave here with a W? That's because this coach wants his guys to keep executing. I played for a coach in college that would have done the same thing. If backups are on the field, they get an opportunity to run your playbook, so let them do it. At the end of the day, you've got to force the opponent to stop you. And that's what they're doing. That's the mindset. I got to be honest, I like it.
Not what they had in mind to start this drive. Here comes 2nd and 13. Off play action. And the pressure gets him back at the 8-yard line.
And as a defense, a lot of times you're coming into the game and you're just trying to limit the damage when you play a really great quarterback. And they've done more than that today. They have dominated this football game. The offense has carried their weight, and this is looking like a great outcome.
And you got to expect this offense to go for it again here on fourth down, right? Obviously trailing, we're in the second half, but we saw them try to go for it on fourth down early. Didn't have any success. They've got to dial up a better play here.
Just needs a crack to get a return. He's brought down, but a really solid effort to pick up every bit of yardage he could on the punt return. Here comes the Ohio State offense onto the field. That last drive was promising at times, but stalled out, and they turned it over on downs, Jesse.
I think they got to do a better job here, just being better early in the downs. On first down, finding positive plays.
Yeah, and it's frustrating when you move the football and get stopped on the other side of the field and get no points. But they've had some success, and I like the aggressiveness. They just got to cash some of these drives in.
And they got the completion, but no yards. Now they need to go forward to avoid a 3rd and long. Throw it. Say it. Looking to the big tight end. It's caught.
There are a lot of offensive coordinators out there in a similar situation with a lead like this. They'd definitely be running the ball at this point. They'd probably take their starting quarterback out of the game potentially, but not this unit. They are still staying aggressive. They're still taking shots. They're just trying to light up the scoreboard.
Lets it fly deep downfield. Falls incomplete, and he did everything perfectly except catch the football. 2nd down coming.
And it's nice to be a QB in this spot. He's had a great day, man. Like, great day. They've built a huge lead now. Incompletion's okay. Just take care of the football. Don't throw that thing to the other team.
Defense comes up with a stop, but not before he moves the chains and takes it inside the 10 to the 8. And the Buckeyes are threatening on 1st and goal. And they're going to score again. Yet another touchdown as they just add to their total.
I gotta say, the mental toughness that this team is showing early this season is real impressive. And going down the field and scoring on that last possession, putting themselves in position here to go 2-0, they're answering the bell. This team has leadership on...
Forget the kick, he's going to throw it. He makes the catch in the end zone, and that trickery works to perfection for the 2. He'll bring it out. It's Lyle. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. And here comes that Miami offense back onto the field. They didn't get much done the last time they had it. Had to punt it away from deep in their own territory, hoping this drive will be more productive. And they pick up just a few on that completion. Short completion on 1st down, and here comes 2nd and 8. Here's Mensah to throw. Fakes the grab. Chain gang on the move. It'll be a 1st down at the 29. And the Canes want to pick up the tempo.
Yeah, and David, you just wonder at this point, is it just too little too late? This is one of their best playmakers offensively, but they just haven't been able to get him going in this game. Big reason why they're losing.
Yeah, and the defense has done a great job understanding that. I got to take that guy away. That's priority number 1. Understand it. Late in the game now, up by multiple scores. I'm playing my defense a little bit different. Can't give up the big plays. Time is on my side.
Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face 3rd down. Trying to pick up a 1st down. Darian Mensah from the gun on 3rd down. Trying to escape and get it himself. And he stopped, but not before he moves the chains. Pickup of 12 on that one. We've reached the 2-minute timeout. Finally, some signs of life from this offense, which has done nothing in the 2nd half. It's 1st and 10. Got him downfield. That's where they'll mark him a very productive play and a 1st down. Now they've got to hustle to the line and get set.
And it's frustrating as a defense when you give up that 1st down and you give up that pass play. But here we go with this offense. They're right back on the ball. You got to flush that. You got to get lined up, and you got to communicate.
And the Hurricanes have it with a 1st and 10.
And, man, I love his courage to run the football. And I think it's necessary for the team. Sometimes you got to do that. But, man, see the surround.
Snags it, and he's open. Brought down at the 10-yard line, and a nifty pickup after the grab on that one. The Hurricanes, after moving the sticks through the air, come to the line. Here's Darian Mensah to throw. Unleashes to the end zone. Couldn't connect with his man in the end zone, but they're going to back up after this penalty is announced, I believe. He just lost track of where he was on the field. Entire body past the line of scrimmage. Illegal forward pass, and they will back him up. So that'll cost him a down, 2nd and long after the illegal forward pass. Here comes the heat. It's a fumble. He picks up the fumble, but they'll blow it dead right there. And remember, at this stage of the game, the only person who can advance a fumble for the offense is the fumbler. He gets nothing. Nowhere to go, and it'll be 4th down.
Yeah, and this offense, man, they just continue to struggle. And they need to find something that they do really, really well. And running the football late in the 4th quarter when you're getting beat by a good bit.
And he crosses the goal line and gets the touchdown, but way too little, way too late. But they still do count it for 6.
And a nice touchdown, continuing to fight, continuing to play. This one, it's pretty much over. Down multiple possessions this late in the football game. It would take a miracle, but nice job by this offense continuing to fight, push the ball down the field, make plays.
Tight end now in motion. Throwing, Mensah. Rushes on him. Excellent pursuit by this defense as he barely gets back to the line of scrimmage. At this point, a comeback would take one of the biggest miracles in the history of the sport, but they'll line up for the onside kick. That's why they call them the hands team. They're able to secure the onside kick.
Well, here in the 4th quarter, they were obviously expecting onside kick. They got their hands team on the field. They're able to jump on the ball and make sure they get possession.
Ohio State sending out the offense to start this drive. With this big cushion they're working with, Jesse, they're ready to send these fans toward the exits.
And you know the coaching staff.
Just too much of a rush, and down goes the quarterback just behind the midfield stripe at the 49. So Miami signals for a timeout. And they'll still have 2 timeouts left for the rest of this game. The Buckeyes with a long way to go after the loss on the last play. Running inside, it's Jackson. And a nice solid pickup there before the defense wrestles him to the ground. The Canes will go ahead and call that 2nd timeout. And they'll still have 1 timeout left at their disposal. It'll be 3rd and long. Play fake, say it. Bringing the heat. And he was hit just as he released it, and it falls to the turf.
You know, I'll give it to the defense here. Obviously, it has not been their day, and this offense has gone up and down the field, lighting up the scoreboard. But you're still seeing this defense compete. And on 3rd and long, expecting pass, everybody on the same page. You get the incompletion. That's something positive that their coaching staff can point to when they review the film.
4th down, say it. Got his man on the right. He's got enough, and they roll the dice on 4th down, and they keep the drive alive. You always hear run the route deep enough to get the 1st down, but if you don't, you better fight your way there, and he did.
Yeah, nice job. Listen, catch the football, understand 4th and short, the situation, and then go get that 1st down. Don't dilly-dally. Don't try to make a home run play.
It's picked off. The Heisman contender turns it over.
Never say die attitude, and I love that, especially these young players, because they're out there competing. And I know the scoreboard right now doesn't look pretty. They're not going to come back and win this football game, but I just love kids that are competing until there's zeros on the clock.
They'll snap the ball. First play of the drive coming from their own 24. He's brought down, but he went backwards after that completion, not the way they had it drawn up. The offense uses a timeout. 15 seconds left to play.
You got to fight fire with fire. You got to fight speed with speed. There's a receiver with the ball out in the open field trying to get the corner, but a cornerback with the same type of speed and athleticism able to make the tackle. Nice job.
Oh, they're after him. He wants a big play here late. And it goes through his hands. Oh, he had an explosive play right there for the taking, but couldn't reel it in.
And this is just one of those days, man, where everything has gone wrong, right? Like they just haven't been in a rhythm. They haven't got it going and never built the momentum. This is one of those days that you learn from, you try to grow from. A lot of things that we're going to show in the film room that people aren't going to like, but hopefully you can learn from it and do better next time.
He hurls one deep down the left side. And he throws another interception, his third of the night. Got some room to run. He's at the 20. Touchdown, Ohio State. A pick six.
Dude, you didn't think it could get any worse, right? You thought this game's over as it is anyways. Offense still throwing the football, still trying to make plays, and the defense just continues to pour it on, gets the pick.